Jump ahead a few verses and the deities are still at it, plagiarizing the Bible and making fools of themselves.
Koran 20:96. Samari replied, I saw what they saw not, so I took a handful of dust from the footprints of the messenger and threw it. Thus did my gut suggest to me. Moses said, Get done, your punishment in this life will not be such as you say. Touch me not. Moreover, you have a curse on you that you cannot escape. Now look at your Ilah, of whom you have become devoted. We will burn it and scatter it in the sea. But your Ilah is Allah. There is no Ilah but He. Thus do we relate to you some stories of what happened before from our own remembrance.
Ever in character, Ar-Rahman or Allah is or are about to melt down in the midst of an identity crisis.
Koran 20, verse 100. Whoever turns aside from it, he shall bear a burden on the day of doom. They will abide in that. Grievous evil will be the load on them. We shall gather the mushrimim, disbeliever, blue or blind-eyed with thirst. My Lord will blast them and scatter them as dust. Verse 108. Their voices will be hushed before Ar-Rahman. You will not hear a sound but faint shuffling. That day no intercession will matter other than his whom Ar-Rahman grants permission. Verse 113. Thus we have sent the Koran down as a lecture in Arabic and explained the intimidations and different threats that they might fear Allah.
It's another Islamic first. God in the role of bully, the great intimidator. And thus his Koran is not a discussion between God and man. It is a lecture.
Koran 20:114. High above all is Allah, the King,
which made Mohammad king, since he was the only semblance of Allah's existence.
Do not try to anticipate the Koran before its revelation comes to you, Muhammad.
That's almost funny. It's obvious he was making this up as he went along. Because he was unable to heed the following words, he had to author Scripture to excuse his immoral and covetous behavior.
Koran 20, verse 131. Do not covet what we have granted to other people, nor strain your eye in longing for the things we have given for their enjoyment, the splendor of the life through which we tempt them. But the provision of your Lord is better and more enduring.
Islam's dark spirit was about to make thievery legal, and thereby fulfilled his promise to enrich his profiteer. Scripture would soon serve to satiate Mohammed's sexual cravings as well. Before we throw up or die laughing, let's leave the Surah with this disclaimer from Mohammed's spirit friend.
Koran 20, verse 133. They say, why does he not bring us a sign or miracle from his Lord? Has not a clear sign come to them in the former scripture books of Revelation?
The devil just said, if you want a real God and miracles, you need to read Yahweh's scriptures, the Bible. It took us a while, but we found a nugget of truth in the Quran. The 21st surah, named
The Prophets,
was revealed during Muhammad's waning days in Mecca. In earlier chapters, we covered the heart of this surah. On this pass, we'll just pick up some of the remaining highlights. It opens immersed in the never-ending feud.
Quran 21, verse 2. Never comes to them a renewed reminder from their Lord, but they listen to it in jest, playing in sport, their hearts toying with trifles. The wrongdoers conceal their private counsels, conferring in secret, He is just a man like yourselves, a mortal. Will you succumb to his witchcraft with your eyes open? Say, My Lord is the one that hears and knows. Nay, they say, these are merely medleys of muddled dreams. He forged it. He is just a poet. Let him then bring us a miracle like the ones that were sent to the prophets of old.
This is the complete package. Muhammad's contemporaries ridiculed his Quranic revelations. They called him a counterfeiter, a witch, a muddled dreamer and a mere poet. They said that he lacked any proof for his far-fetched claims of divine selection and inspiration. And clearly they knew him much better than we do today.
Koran 21 verse 6. Not one of the populations which we destroyed believed. Will these believe? And we sent not before you but men, whom we revealed. Ask the keepers of the reminder, the Scriptures, Torah, and Gospel, if you do not know. Nor did we give them bodies that ate not food, nor were they immortals. Then we fulfilled to them the promise. So we saved them, and whom we pleased, and we destroyed the disbelievers.
The Islamic God just asked Muslims to check with the Jews if they were looking for answers. Using a moron to argue with a village of illiterates, the ignorant deity said,
Koran 21 verse 10. Verily we have sent down for you a book in which is your reminder. Have you then no sense?
Returning to his favorite theme.
How many towns have we utterly destroyed because of their wrongs, exchanging them for other people? When they felt our torment, behold, they began to fly. Fly not, but return to that which emasculated you, so that you might be interrogated. They cried, Woe to us! Their crying did not cease, till we mowed them down as ashes, silent and quenched.
The Islamic God, also known as Satan, is bragging about how many civilizations he destroyed, demonstrating the godless mindset of a concentration camp warden. He said that he emasculated men, interrogating them, making them cry. Then he mowed them down, turning their bodies into ashes. It's little wonder Hitler based Mein Kampf on Islam. The next passage takes us from demented to delusional.
Koran 21 verse 16. Not for sport did we create the heavens, earth, and all that is in between. It wasn't a plaything. If it had been our wish to take a pastime, to make a diversion or a hobby, like a wife or a son, we surely could have made it ourselves, in our presence, if we would do.
While this is weird, the last line is revealing. Yahweh is infinite, Allah is not. The heavens and earth are outside His presence.
Koran 21:18. Nay, we fling the true against the false, and it knocks out its brains.
In a way, it's true. Hurl enough of this stuff at someone, and they'll lose their mind.
Behold, it is vanquished. Ah, woe be to you for that thing you ascribe. To him belong all creatures in the heavens and earth. Those who are near him are not too proud to serve, nor are they weary.
Moving ahead, we return to the never-ending argument.
Koran 21:24. Say, bring your proof. This is the reminder book for those before me, but most do not know and are adverse.
Unable to read, neither God nor prophet knew that a recital was not a book, and that their lecture was diametrically opposed to the reminder book they were referencing. As a result, they insisted that the gods and books were the same.
Koran 21:25. Not a messenger did we send before you, but we revealed to him, La ilaha illa ana, no gods but I. So worship me.
Incredibly, this assertion of a singular divinity is followed by,
verse 26. And yet they say, Ar-Rahman has begotten a son, too exalted is he.
Most translations, trying to hide their God's duplicity, mistranslate the passage.
Allah, most gracious, has begotten offspring.
But they have to put Allah in parentheses because it's not really there. If Muslims have to deceive us to keep their God together, their God isn't in any better shape than the fractured rock they call his home. This verse was the first of many designed to demean Christ. Yeshua, Jesus' real name, claimed to be God.
Quran 21 verse 29. If any of them should say, I am an ilah, or God, besides him, such a one we should reward with hell.
If Allah is right, the Messiah is burning in hell, which is indeed where the dark spirit would like to see him. But then again, since hell is separation from God, it wouldn't be hell anymore. It's time for the Islamic God, whatever his name might be, to prove his divinity once again.
Koran 21 verse 26. Don't the unbelievers see that the heavens and the earth were joined together in one piece before we clove them asunder? We made from water every living thing. Will they not believe? And we have set the earth on mountains as stabilizers, lest the earth should convulse without them. And we have made therein broad highways for them to pass through, that they may be guided. We have made the heaven a roof, well guarded. Yet they turn away from its signs. All the celestial bodies swim along on a course, floating.
Yes, indeed. Celestial bodies swim, and mountains prevent earthquakes.